Howdy, partners and partnerettes. Good evening. This is Mr. Charles, Mind Dancing, 17 years. How's everybody doing today? I'm not even going to take that much of your time today, but I had to get on here. But wasn't that beginner's ball wonderful? So, do you hear that music? All of you that's been going back and forth with these lines and tired and stressful, get somewhere like that. Listen to it. Well, I hope some of you tune in. I told you I was going to get on here for a little while, and it's almost like Queen Sheila kind of said, Mr. Charles, go ahead and continue doing this. So I just have some stuff on my mind. Let me know you're on here. Remember, I was telling all you people I met, say something. Say something. Hey, Mr. Charles, Chicago, Indiana, checking in. Hey, that's my home, y'all. I met her. What's the odds of that? Dancing next to two beautiful ladies just from my little bitty town. They said they like Chicago. I was like, I'm from East Chicago. And they both like freaked out. This is what line dancing does. This is what it brings to people. Hey, Charm Brown. Yes. You know, Melba, I was going to give you a shout out. Avis, the best person in the world, bar none. You know, talking to her always just relaxes me. Barbara, I tried to call you. Barbara, I'm glad you guys came on. I just wanted to get out here and kind of, just say what I need to say. You hardly ever hear me say stuff unless it's just one-on-one. But first of all, I want to thank the Lord that we made it safely, and everybody else that left there and made it safely, and everybody else is still there. I know Carlos is busy. He has to be. I talked to Big Moochie a minute ago, wished him happy birthday. Give a shout out to Big Moochie. Get a chance. He's at a hotel. I heard the music in the background. But just thankful that we made it, and we went, because that's what this is all about. And I would love for my people in Spartanburg to tune in so we could tell them exactly what they're missing or what they can expect. It's a wonderful, wonderful time. Met so many wonderful people, the people I know, and more important to me, people I don't know. I tell people I get more smiles than anyone. So many wonderful, wonderful people. But first things first, I like to type stuff down so people understand what I'm saying. Definition. This is the definition of patience. Okay. The capacity to accept or tolerate delays, troubles, or sufferings without getting angry and upset. And I know we all know that. Sometimes, it's about getting there, doing it. Nobody likes to wait in line. All those years I was in the Army, they trained us because we had a thing called hurry and wait. Get us up, get us there, and wait. So I'm kind of programmed. But anyway, wasn't that wonderful? Everybody got a shirt and everybody ate. That's what you're there for. Just, we were saying before, meet people, have fun. And you know what? 99.99% of people do it that way. But we as a people, especially us right now, we just kind of like, just have a little patience. Do like they told me when I got laid off. Unemployment told me this. Breathe in 8 and blow out 16 and relax and enjoy where you are. So I just had to get out the way. That's been on my mind for a while because this thing is too great for people to just be, in a hurry. You're gonna always have somebody. It don't matter what you do. But actually, me and my wife, we caught the Uber going back because we were tired. So if I fall asleep on this podcast, don't be blaming me. I went to sleep on the plane. It was 28 minutes. So I was tired. Honestly, they did their job. I just want to get 3 to Carlos to do this, to get out here and get 1,200 of us together and party and jam. If you haven't seen the videos or the pictures, please do. And, tag me on it. So I don't know everybody. So I'm already apologized for all those people that I said I was going to call you out. Say something on there if I forgot. I was talking to so many people. I took so many faith selfies. That was wonderful. When someone comes up to you, you're Mr. Charles. One lady I just walked past and I said, hi. She said, you're Mr. Charles. I said, I know you. She said, know your voice. All I said was Mr. Charles. So I'm changing my voice, everybody. But no, that is a compliment. And that's what everybody mostly was out there doing with everybody. People look beautiful. I don't know how many pictures I took. And if you think that's it, don't think that. I have some more. I have so many videos. I don't want to, put a lot out there at one time because I want you to focus on some of the ones that's already out there. So, but I remember seeing Barbara and Melvin. It was so nice seeing you guys right off the bat. It was. And anybody else out there that was out there and I said hi to and you're out there, just chime in. I want to, especially my homie from East Chicago, I can't believe it. I want to kind of still do a lot of stuff we're going to do. You know how we go to our likes and shares and views and what we do. If you like or share, subscribe via Facebook or YouTube to Let's Talk Soul Line Dance. If you like it, I know you're out there, you know, so we see how many people see it. Just hit the share button, the like button, just definitely like us. If you like us, please like us. Also, what we're going to do, here we go with National Line Dance Week. A lot of people don't know about this. Second Monday of September, founded by Shirley Mitchell. She will be one of our female guest hosts probably next couple months from September 13th, 8th through the 13th, 2025. What Queen wanted to do, and we'll talk about her in a second, want you to do something different. Maybe get pizza in your class, or, just celebrate line dancing because as you see, this thing is getting off the chain all of a sudden. This is the big one right here, and this is the important one. Queen created this podcast, and a way to keep it going, you donate. Donations accepted by Cash App, $ McFadden, or Zelle 813-416-8799. That's Joseph. That is Queen's husband. He paid for a whole year, so we have a year to, throw a couple dollars here and there. It's worth it. And speaking of Queen, for you don't know, 11, what is that? Thursday? Thursday would have been Queen's 70th birthday party. And she was planning on having a big birthday party. I always tell this joke that when I used to see her, I said, Queen, do you know what the 411? She said, no. I said, it's your birthday. And that's her birthday. And I'll be celebrating it for sure. Maybe next week on the podcast. So also next week on the podcast, running it out, we will take the show on the road. We'll be in Miami Beach. We're not going to talk long because at least Miami. We're not going to talk long because we want to be by the pool side, but we'll get out there. I'm going to start putting out a list of all the new people that we're going to have out here. All right. If you're interested in being a guest, boom, I was just talking about on the Let's Talk Soul Line Dance podcast, contact myself, Josh Charles 36 at yahoo.com, or Carlos Verga Jr. I always mess up his last name, so I'm trying to say it. Line Dance Friends at yahoo.com. Listen, I said this before. Don't be scared to call us or text us or email, at least email us. We want you to. It's better when you want to be on here, when you have me run around here looking for people. Which I still like because I get a chance to meet so many people, but we want you here. And not just, as they call it, the heavyweights, which I think is crazy. Only heavyweights I know is boxing and the rest. But the people that's been doing it for a while, we also want, the new people, the one that just started, like we had Christina Robinson last week, Creed Pressure. And it was her first event. And it's that newness that we all should try to remember when you were new, or even better yet, remember when you was a kid Now everything is structured. When you was a kid, that newness was there, candy and everything. So we want to get, if you know anybody that just started, and I'm reaching out to everybody. If you know someone, let me know. They can't run for me. Short girl tried to, but I caught her. She's gonna be on here. She was dogging me about my camera. All right, so this is, to me, one of the most important announcements ever in the history of line dancing. And it is www. The Line Dancing Groovy Cruise. If I don't know how many are available. I know Ava's on here. She'll tell us. Get in touch with Carlos and Avis. This thing been on here for almost 2 years. 804-447-0777. Please call during like Monday through Friday because they got a weekend life as well. But as you all know, that Groovy Cruise, I tell everybody, I think they're going to make a movie about it. They should. I mean, this is history. No one has done this. Why not? They need somebody out there to say, wow, look at this. Look at what these people have accomplished. 3,000 of us, for all you people that's been under a rock somewhere that don't know or just new to the podcast. I don't want to dog nobody. Also, I'm giving Carlos, see, I can give Carlos his props now because he's not here. Soul Line Dancing, dancingradio.com. You want to hear all line dancing? Even though the beginner's ball is over, so what? Still got all that line dancing. You still got a lot of line dances. Now, I'm sorry I didn't get a name of most of the people. I call them those behind the scenes heroes. That's really why I want to talk about the announcements in a second. But those people, we got to remember those. They have to say, like, for instance, the shirts. We have to stand in line and get frustrated. They have to stay in line. And then they got to still give out shirts. They got to give out shirts all day, the whole time. That's what they do. They give out shirts for the whole time you're there. 1,200 people. Same with the people with the food and the people those people go up and say hi. Appreciate it. I know Annette gave I think it's Sonia's son was sitting there appreciating because he had to sit there and kind of like monitor stuff. So tell them when you get up to me, tell them when you get up to the booth, hey, you guys doing a great job, because they are. And a lot of times it's really great to hear that instead of the eyes and all that stuff. So, but we had a pretty crazy time there when we got there. First of all, we was at Delta waiting on our luggage, and it was in Southwest. That happened. So then it was funny. This is line dancing for you, okay? And I get to conversate. We're going through the what is that, MARTA, and Annette couldn't get through the gate. Hers, I'm on the outside of the gate, so it just looked like she was in the cell. I was like, okay, I was able to get through. No, just playing, but it was just kind of funny. Then we went on the wrong side and came outside. Had to walk from the MARTA to the place. But you know what? We didn't care. We weren't complaining. We getting steps in. Inconvenience. That's life. You didn't hear us complain about none of that. But that's how we got started. We was going to Publix. We went 3-4 blocks out the way because of GPS. Came back. Hey, we got our steps in. So that was the main thing. And we were going to meet some people because it's been a while for me. Now I see that Barbara said they're going to celebrate Queen on the 12th. Oh, you have to get in touch with me, Barbara, and see what's going on. Well, okay, Queen birthday will be on the 11th, but we're celebrating on the 11th. Come join us. Is she talking to me? No. Remember I told you I'll be in Miami on the 13th. Oh, y'all down that way. The 13th. But anyway. So it's great seeing you, meeting your beautiful wife. Isn't my wife beautiful? I'm telling you, she really is. She just stood out. But I mean, so many of y'all was beautiful. So that's why I took so many pictures. And one of the reasons I always say that also is memories. I have memories, always have memories. I sit back sometime and I just look at them. Y'all can't get away from me because I got you. I got you. I got you forever. And also, if you have any questions for me, you can ask while you're on here. This is like, you see, it says, I'm being interviewing me, you know. Now, I do have to tell you on the 27th of April, pass the word. That is a mandatory broadcast watching. That is officially my birthday. And you gotta be on. People say they're gonna call in and wish me happy birthday. And you can get on here and wish me happy birthday. If you want to go live too, just let me know. I'll send you a link. You know, there's something special about someone saying happy birthday to you instead of just generically on Facebook. So, and that's glad Carlos not here. I'll be 69. Okay, we keep that quiet. But also, what I wanted to talk about, mostly what I was going to talk about, mostly about, oh, I saw some of the people. I saw Isha Hutchinson. You know, I ain't seen him in a while. And they've been to Paris. He was showing me pictures from Paris. Him and his wife. You know, like I said, when you haven't seen people in a while. And Andy was not going to sell hats. I called him up to get a cowboy hat. And he said, oh, man, I should go get them. So he went and spot. I'm not going to tell you how much money. That's his business. He spent a lot of money on the hats. He just about sold them all. He looked at me and said, Mr. Charles, you made me rich. And he going to keep, I mean, this, like it or not, the cowboy thing is here. Did you see the videos? I mean, I wish I could download some of them. The floor, not just the cowboy stuff, and all you ladies in the cowboy boots and I don't know when the last time I had a cowboy hat on. But this thing is getting big, you know. And so what we got to do is come together, have fun, because what I decided to do is make the dance of the year, like it or not. And I was reading an article where it says there's one dance that's bringing people to the dance floor, and that's what it's about. Because the more people come to the dance floor, the more people might start dancing. It's good for business. If you're a business person, you want more people to. If you don't like to dance, you don't like the fans, don't do them. But if all that is bringing business to us, especially us instructors, I'll take it. I'll take as many. If I get 50 people come in because they like that dance, I don't care how long it lasts. And those fans, whistles, whatever, more power to them. And come on. And as you see, that's my dance of the year, boots on the ground. Hey, it's still a long year though. And try a little artist. And so, what no further ado, I'm going to show you just a small little clipping. I told you we kind of doing some stuff different around here. And which is good because, like I said, this is Queen's baby, but yeah, we still trying to put our little whatever to it. So, just for a minute. I don't know how that's wrong. Somebody like that song. Somebody like that dance. I mean, I couldn't even show it all to you for the people that had never been, or that thing was from one end to the other. I don't know how many times they played it. I don't care. Just one end to the other. Everybody together doing something together. I was reading something about what's large in a community, and it's about an ecosystem or something like that. This thing is getting so big. So, like I said, that's just what's happening out here in the line dance community. But also, I just kind of want to tell most people that don't know me that's actually out here. Like I said, I've been dancing for 17 years. So some of us kind of like, not saying old fogies, but some of us that's been here for a while. I call it we're pioneers, and we've seen it all. You know, this thing is taking off, and I'm glad I'm part of it. I guess this was my reason. I thought I was retired, but that ain't never happened. Nope, like Annette said, that's in my blood. But starting in Colorado, did a lot of dancing there. Came here, they call it Sparkle City, Spartanburg, South Carolina. And like I said, 28 minutes through the plane. But been doing this and loving it, meeting some of the wonderful people. Like I said, I know a lot of people weren't going to get on here because we had actually canceled. And it just kind of last second said, you know what? Let me just get on here for a minute. At least put some of that word out that we definitely need that information. Another thing I wanted to say, that if you have really any kind of issues with really waiting with 1,200 people, and that's a real issue with you, I mean, I'm hoping if you're going on this ship with 3,000, that somehow it kind of like, I don't know, it's going to be lines everywhere. Me dancing everywhere. So again, just breathe. If you want to go somewhere and you go to a town and you do not know what line dancing is, Urban Line Dancing Connection, Nicole Points, we're gonna get her onto here too. Dancing classes and events. Go ahead and do an Urban Line Dancing Connection. So a lot of resources. United Universal Soul Line Dancing on Facebook. A lot of line dancers, when they say the word universal, they are serious because it's from the whole universe. A little bit everywhere. Everywhere. When you get on there, they have people all over. Linda Harding. This is in your honor, Queen. We're still doing this thing. Linda Harding, if you have a dance and you want a Library of Congress, I didn't see her. But there's a lot of people. I didn't think she was there. Get in touch with Linda Harding, www, Urban Line Dance Historian. If you've seen her, you got an armband. It's a trademark. Also, you can follow Carlos on Tuesdays. I think he's on a podcast just about all day, too. How you on that many podcasts? I think Tuesday 11 and I think 10:30. I told him that's old focus. We go to bed around that time. The Start podcast with Kwame and Stefan, but he's by himself at that time. But like I said, I wasn't gonna be on here long. Unless y'all want to interview me, I might go to bed. No, I'm not gonna go to bed. Again, just wonderful, wonderful people. And my homie from East Chicago, you better call me. I'm telling you that right now. I haven't been there so long. The girl Diane is such a wonderful person. She's from Spartanburg. I did her 64th birthday party a couple weeks ago, and she loves to dance. She understands, and she's on the podcast. And I tell my students, you guys' instructor is one of the co-hosts on the podcast. There's not many people can say that. Their instructor's on one of the longest running, 203 episode? I should put that on there. Maybe y'all should check out what's going on, go to these events. I'm trying to get them to go. We went to Christmas party with Rondi. I saw him. It was great. And they had like 200-300 people. And they was like, yes, it's 64. And they haven't seen nothing. We're talking about 200 to 1,200. So, and then 3,000. But like I said, unless any of y'all have any questions for me, this ain't like Carlos podcast. We ain't talking for no 2 hours. Ain't got that much to say. I used to just keep it. I'll call you on the phone and talk to you in the heartbeat. You know I will. But next week again, we will be in Miami. Short. That's gonna be shorter than this. Now the week after that, that one will be canceled, and that's one reason why I decided to get on here for a minute, because that's Easter, and being religious won't get on because it's Easter. Like watching Ten Commandments or something again for the 100th time. But we won't be on there. So on the 21st, 27th, now next month, there's some people I know like Donnie wanted to be on there. April, actually, it's like some of the crew that was at the beginning. Pull it up, everybody. Go to my page, Mr. Charles. Let's talk so long. No, I wish. Charles Doss Jr. And look at the video, pictures and videos. And please, if your face is on there, because I don't have time to go through everybody's faces. That's a lot of faces. Tag yourself or ask for a tag, and then I'll go in and tag you. But watch it. Join. I had a lady today that said, how do I get to go to the next beginner's ball? She's here. And see, that's what I'm trying to spread. Is this thing is enough for everybody, and everybody that wants to should. And we have now like 5 or 6 line dance instructors here. So I'm trying to pass the word. I'm happy. I'm not one of those, competition. I compete with myself, but the more line dance instructors, the more line dancers, the more people line dancing. I've been doing it for 17 years, and I didn't taught enough people. Of course, I still want to teach more, but I taught enough, if that's it. So, but if no one has anything else for me, like I said, Barbara Melba, but I don't feel right until I talk to Avis. Avis always puts me at ease because we, kind of, not gonna say close to, we're close to the same age, but we there's a bond there. Same like with Carlos. Me and Carlos are so close, and I'm so happy him and Teresa are together. I told her, you make him happy, you make me happy, and that's what we need. We need happiness. I see my wife out there dancing. How lucky am I that she just dancing more than I was? That's for sure. You know me, I like to take pictures, and I know that my shirt was soaked. I was going to take that shirt off, take that suit off, put on a t-shirt, put my bow tie on my neck with my hat, and come back down. But it was time to go. So all the people that I didn't say goodbye to, I'm sorry. No, I won't be at that April 17th. Like I said, I'll be out of town. Nope. Y'all have to look me up. I'm gonna be gone. I'm gonna be gone for like a week. I need a break. Just took one, but anyway, again, and I also see. I keep thinking about stuff. If anybody wants your friend, line dance instructor, you have any suggestions? You have any suggestions how we should run the show? This isn't a dictatorship podcast. Like Queen, I always say, love is no good unless you give it. We trying to give it to you guys. Tell us who you want. Tell a friend and tell a friend. Tell an enemy. They might be a friend afterwards. But there's somebody on here that you can get, and I can get their information, or you can give them my information. I'm gonna come on here because we want to do something different. I was talking to Short Girl. I always call her Short Girl. I was really that Short Girl about doing something different with like couples, because there's not too many couple line dancers, and I think that we could do something with that. So, but I think I made all the announcements. I'm out here by myself. Oh, my shout outs. My shout out to every single one of y'all, especially ones that just tuned in today. Shout out and give a toast to everybody that was there at the beginner's ball. And came out there and had a great time. I know when we were coming back we were smart. Before the last dance was over with, during the workshop, when they was going through it, me and my wife went to go get something to eat. So we beat that big crowd. So as we was coming back, my wife kept saying, hello, family, hello. That's how we considered you guys family. There's nothing like family. And that's what we wish for everybody. Just, hi, family, smile and grin. Uh, like Carlos said, you need to meet somebody because if you're going to have anything, if they don't know you, they won't come to you. Who is that? So, and then I saw the superstars, Ricky, now you get on, man. Jackie, how you doing? Uh, I had to talk to a superstar, the Porters. It was funny because some of those ladies was trying to take pictures. She's going to the bathroom. They still trying to take pictures. She said, I'm going to the bathroom. I even asked my man. I said, hey man, how y'all feel to be a superstar? He said, no, we ain't no superstar. But they are well known. When they go somewhere, they have that aura that you want. They're friendly, they smile. I mean, I gotta promote Short Girls event. I know it's gonna be out this way at Cherokee Casino, I believe it is. I know Annette's going. It's like 2 hours from here. I think it's the end of May, the 30th, somewhere around there. But I know she's going to have a wonderful event. Last time, all 200 of them had fans. She got them all black fans, and they went popping crazy. Linda Flowers, hi, Mr. Charles, interviewed you. Oh, you interviewed me on the show, which was a great interview. You do another interview with you, and Annette, tell her I said hello. Interview me. You interview me? Okay. See what's happening. I told you I'm getting older. Carla from the UK. Hello, Cowboy Charles. Actually, I am doing an interview for Channel 7 here down in Greenville on the 24th. There's a guy named Jamarcus. He does something like Good Morning, South Carolina. So he wanted to interview me. So I'll give all y'all a shout out. Give me the names, I give you a shout out. Again, everybody just joined on. Oh, they delayed at the Atlanta airport. How dedicated is that? Y'all on the podcast? Is Atlanta airport? That Atlanta airport is something. It's the first time I left out of there, probably since my military days. But be safe. Get where you got to go. But yeah, Linda, I'm going to have to give you my number. So if you want to interview me again, that would be cool. I got things to say. We always do a segment on here about tell you something for the interviewer to tell you something that you probably don't know about me. And one thing most people don't know about me is I have another brother named Charles Doss. Last name Doss. He's 18 months younger than I am. His name is Charles Blaine Doss, back in Denver. My father was Charles Doss Sr. I'm Charles Doss Jr., and I have a sister named Charlene. She changed it officially to Charlene because she said Charlene was country. She's 3 years old now. But we had to tell her that she was born in 1953 in Mississippi. That's country. She's country. But I was mad at my father because I already had to share his name. Now I got to share with my brother. But they always call him Chuck. And that was way before George Foreman, because George Foreman was, I think, only 10 years older than us. But I had a brother named Charles Doss. We went to school together, and it was holy hell. They thought I was him. But anyway, for all you new people that came on, people that just came on, I went over everything, so you can definitely go back and check on the podcast and tell everybody anyway that you can. Hey, yeah, Ray. Hey, Ray, where's the too cool at? I love when you say Ray too cool. I love that. Yeah, I was kind of holding it down. I just want to say a couple of things. I think Carlos might have a lot of company. I told him. He said, "Man, I'm gonna try to get on there." I said, "No, this is gonna be you, Carlos. Carlos, can Carlos come?" No, he ain't gonna have time to get on here. But I did want to keep the podcast going. I want to take too much because y'all don't know, but when Queen passed away, I kind of had to take a break because I would see her in some of those videos and and what she has done for me to actually help me to do this, because as everybody knows, this was not my baby. This was not my, but God had another plan for me, rest in peace. But if you ever get a chance to know her, talk to Barbara and Melvin. They were in her class. And shout out to Barbara for taking over her class. She always talking about people telling me shout out to me to keep it going. This is a whole lot simpler than keeping a class going. This is once a week. You guys got to dance all the time, and we talk all the time and stuff. So, but shout out to you, Barbara, for keeping this going and keeping her dream, because that's the last thing she told her husband, that they wanted us to be in college to keep it going. So, trying to do our best. You know, if you tuned in on the first episode, you would have laughed because I'm looking at callers. Are we on? Do you think we're on? I don't know. Because we didn't know. We didn't know. Now we playing with stuff. We got all kind of stuff. Carla, I just finished talking about the beginner's ball, but you know what? Since you all the way in the UK, that's the least I could do. Is kind of give a recap real quick. It was wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. All caps. They did a great job. Everybody involved did a wonderful job. The hotel was, taking videos. I mean, the hotel was a trip because we came back from that one day. There was a whole bunch of other people. I guess it was student conference. I'm in a hotel, a lot of people. Then they had the Buffalo Soldiers was off in there. So there's a lot of people off in there. But to run something like that, I mean, Carlos doesn't live in Atlanta. So it's not even, he can't go down the street and do all this. He has to travel to Atlanta to get everything organized. Avis doesn't live in Miami. These people have to leave where they live to go set this up. If ain't something, they got to probably go back. They got to go do this. They got to go do that. And so please, please, if you see any of these two, mother, father, it's unbelievable. Give them a shout out because no, I can't. I don't care how close I was. And I know Richmond's not that close to Atlanta. So you got to go back and forth, make sure stuff is done and dot the I's and the T's, make sure everybody's checked in, blah, blah, blah. Get all the shirts printed. I'm just going on and on. I'll get to you in a second, Carl, about the thing. But it has to be said. It has to be said. All this stuff that these people do. And the people I know on here, I know how y'all are. Y'all, you understand. But everybody else, like I said, tell somebody this takes a lot. It takes a lot when it's 1 or 200, let alone 12 to 3,000. That's a lot of people. And poor Avis, she be 12. One person, she showed me her office. Come on now. She doing all that. She emails you everything you need to know. It's on email. You got to look at it. Everything. I hate emailing. I hate it. I hate texting. And I had to text my class every week, every class. I'm like, can I just do one general text for everybody? No. Call it, tell us a bit about the beginning. Ava said the hotel. The check-in. Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. If you are going on a Groovy Cruise, you need to get your hotels. You can't be running around here saying you got no hotels. Some people ain't got their hotels. It's been 2 years. We've been talking about this. You don't even have to pay for the hotel right now. You don't. The bus and the pre-party link was emailed to everyone. You see that keyword right there? Everyone. Okay? You can't say you didn't get it. She emailed all that. This is exactly what I'm talking about. So, you 3,000 people. Because I know how it is. You get there and all of a sudden y'all start asking neighbors. So what do I mailed it out 5 months ago. So what we go, she takes you step by step by step on what you need to do. It's called preparedness, being ready. So like I said, when you get on the ship, you're going to be surprised how organized everything is because you got a lot of people that are good organizers to keep this thing preparedness. Because everybody wants a smooth trip, which not going to be ever completely smooth, but we want as smooth as we possibly can for everybody. So you talk about it. Like I said, I think I'm playing when I say they need to make a movie. They need to make a movie about this. Seriously. Anybody know anybody in the movie field? Anybody know George Steinberg? Know somebody. Any y'all down there in California? Get in touch with them. Let them know. You can interview us when we come back. I mean, come on. That many of us line dancers. I don't care what kind of barn you in. A ship on the high seas for a week, dancing everywhere. I can't remember. I thought Carla said like 12 DJs dancing here, there. I know we talk about it, but we need to talk about it. But all right, Carla. Beginner's Ball, again. Go to my page. You already know. Charles Doss, JR, and look at it. There's a lot of pictures. It was wonderful. There was an energy because the instructors was very energetic. Q, if you ever been around Q as a host, and Carlos being Carlos, it was just fun to be out there. You get out there first, and I'm not going to do all that much dancing. And next thing you know, you're in there like 5 or 6 songs in a row because you know them. If you don't, you can look and you can see them. It's not, like I said, this is not the showcase type of event. This is, you're able to dance because, well, I remember that. If I don't, oh, that was easy. Pick it up because that's the key for a line dance event is to be on the floor. I know Marvel Black used to say, I love it when people are dancing and not watching. Everybody needs to be on the floor. It started with the rooftop, all white. I got like 5 videos, y'all. I know I took videos, y'all. I haven't put them out there yet. I'm getting older. I think I told that to Avis. I said, I don't put them out there. I'm getting tired. I think I took like 500 pictures, so you'll see them. So all of you that I don't know, Ray, I never met you yet. I got to meet all you people when we go out to these events. Ricky's just down the street. Ricky was my very first student, and he's down. Ricky was my first student here, and he's in. Where you at, Ricky? Rock Hill? How someone from Rock Hill become our first student? That's what I'm trying to get Spartanburg to do, is to understand, to see this in its entirety. This is what's going on in the line dance community, and line dance, like I said, ecosystem. It is big, and you get to meet wonderful people. I don't care what age you are, you're gonna meet somebody your age. Get to dress up. I thought that was a great idea with the sneakers. I didn't want to wear my other shoes anyway. But that was people was nice. Look at the nice pictures I took of everybody. I always tell people that anyway. Ain't that why you dressed up? Don't you want to take a picture? Even when you're on the cruise, they have different. If you go on there, they'll tell you about what toga party. I know they got camouflage. You buy all that stuff so someone can see you in it. And I'm telling you, I'm here, and they'll tell you I share. Like I said, if you ever see my videos and pictures, please share. Hit the share button. They're not really just mine, they're all of us, and share it to other people so everybody can see how much fun we're having out here. The only way you're going to do it, because, Carlos always tease me about I'll share it to 120 something pages. That's how many I got. Well, that's not how many I got. That's how many I got about line dancing, but that's what you do. That's what you do. So, Carlos, you got to somehow kind of make it maybe to the next one. But I heard this rumor. I don't know if anybody else heard this rumor. And they said it's going to be back in Richmond next year. I didn't hear that because I know Carlos did a vote, and I think Miami won, but you know how this stuff changes. So if anybody heard that, anything like that, let me know. Let people know, because I want to get Spartanburg ready. And then whenever we do the cruise ship again, probably like 2030. Like I said, I ain't gonna wear Avis out. Try to get some of my students to also start doing it. That, to me, that's important to me. I don't care what I do around here. I can do a lot of stuff around here. It's local. But when you go out and meet dancers that's doing what you're doing, that kind of validates everything that you dance for, everything you work for. I used to tell Chicago, Fred Edmonds back in Denver, if you're just dancing in your class, it's like dancing in a bubble. No one sees you but your class. But when you go out to different events and these conventions and stuff, I know a lot of times people can't afford to understand, but go where you can. And because every weekend, I'm telling you, it does a lot. It puts everything in perspective. It's like, wow, this is what I was doing, and this is why I did it. So I can dance next to all these people from all over these states and don't know who they are. But we all doing the same thing, and we're bonding. Dancing bonds you. It does. Okay, Herod Carlos said we're back in Richmond. So okie dokie, 2026. All right. All y'all heard that. I might have been taking pictures or talking, running my mouth. And that's another thing too. You can meet people, talk to people. If you're talking like me, hey, there's some of the wonderful people out there. And everybody is like, you got, like, I'm telling you, so many people are just nice. I mean, just nice. And when it's so easy to be nice, when people are nice to you, it is. And that's what I love about it. Like I said, I had so many people stop me. Miss Child, they take a selfie. Boom, boom, boom. Who are you? It don't matter. Your family. Your family right now. So, Carla, it was wonderful. It was, like I said, it was something to behold. I never seen 1,200 of us together in one room. I don't know about y'all. I don't give 1,100, 1,000 doing the same thing. No, that was I think the largest I went to actually when we got married in New Orleans. I think Linda says 800, 850. Carlos at 850 last year, but yeah, I never even seen 1,000. I've been everywhere, but I ain't seen 1,000. But 1,200 people on the same dance floor, uh, and ran that smooth. So hopefully, well, next week I know when we get on, uh, we're going to talk about it. He's going to talk about more because he's still there. I don't know what they're doing, but go on his page. Y'all been on Carlos' page? Go on his page. You can see his interviews. I told Carlos his face is on podcasts more than anybody else. He's like, those news teams that they on NBC, they on sports, they over here, they over there. I told him, man, put the word out. All of it's different. This right here is interviews, more or less line dancers, line dance circus. People might want to be. His other interview is like his personal opinion about stuff. And the one with Kwame and them, I have no idea. I never listened to it. So anybody listen to it, I tell you, that's 10:30. I ain't still that long. They on there from 10:30 to 12:30. Nada. No. But what he's doing is he's different. I don't know which one to call it. Different avenues, different things about line dancing that we're trying to bring you. And there's nothing like information when all this stuff happens because no one tells you, you don't know. Because now okay. So it's definitely going there. You also met the creator of different, you also meet the creators of different, yes, 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 yes. Yes, yes, you meet them. And I'm glad you said that, Charm, because I'll be in trouble if I don't do this. If you see, I don't know if you can see it. You see a shirt right here? It says, see that left to right. I can't figure it out. I ain't used to this stuff. Why don't I get this out the way? And I have a reason for this. So y'all just hanging there. Don't be talking to me behind my back. Hold on a second. That's Linda. I got to get over there. Well, where I'm going with this is that the kindness is a little bit of everywhere. It's everywhere. Now, a lady name is Y. I always messing with her. I said Y. And she has Let's Talk Soul Line Dance. Let's Line Dance University. This shirt. Now, last year when Carlos gave me that camera, which I did have upstairs, I did take some pictures of it. We went out and my wife bought me one of the, I think it was blue and yellow. And she said, Mr. Charles, because you wore that shirt and supported, take this. I mean, come on. It's beautiful, but what do you say? I mean, well, besides, thank you. I mean, this is the kindness of the line dance community. It is. And she said, no, go ahead and support it. I told her, like I told you, my man said I made him rich, Andy. Not only was he selling hats, he went and got so many hats, and I was worried that he's going to sell mine. Shirts, people, if you haven't been, shirts, jackets, sweaters, fans. I ain't never seen so many different types of fans. And the fans were very creative because that's where we're going now. Creativity, And why not? Like I said, it's yours. You bought it. And like I said before, even when people be doing dances and doing other people's dances, what they say, I love that. But I always say, just do the one you like. That's always been my philosophy. Yeah? When I came in this thing, honestly, when we were in New Orleans, when I went to 2014, I went to Vegas, and I remember I can't remember Arlene. Okay, we're gonna split the floor. I had no idea what she was talking about. Split the floor. So what was happening is that dance was so popular and the country's so big, everybody don't see everybody, and so wherever you went, whatever you was doing, it's dancing, y'all. It's dancing, and we should enjoy it. And another great announcement I have to make, going out there, I lost 2 pounds. I was so scared. I didn't want to get on that scale today because I know I wasn't eating my dancing. We dance. I don't know if y'all know this. I've been losing me some weight, 47 pounds, 45 pounds. I've been feeling great, and like I said, I dance almost every day. Every day. And I saw some other people losing weight. Yeah, it's great. Everybody wanted my diet. That was great. So, but again, yes, no rumors, the truth. Carlo taken back home. Okay. Well, I don't think he's gonna have no 1,200 people back there unless something's going on. I don't know him. Carlos be thinking outside the box. That's why I gotta get Carlos. He don't just do the regular stuff. Who thought about that? 1,200 people. Who's thinking about actually that he got that from his mom? Who's thinking about 3,000 people in a what was it? It was in the auditorium, the Coliseum. All of us 3,000 in one spot, like a basketball game or something, a football game, basketball. 3,000 people with artists. It's gonna be out there. That's thinking outside the box, y'all. That's thinking outside the box. But one thing that I will say on this podcast, this is a trivia question. What episode stayed under an hour? Because we never, and I know a lot of times after an hour, people get like, okay, I gotta go do some stuff. So I always try to keep it there, but sometimes the people are so interesting and it's like, it's hard, but I'm not that interesting. So I'm gonna keep it like this. I think I go like this, that means I'm looking at the clock. What the clock says, 7:52. And that thing is right here. Oh, beautiful. 52 minutes and 53 seconds. So again, everybody, be safe, stay safe, get home safe. Keep doing what you're doing. Yep, Elaine Goodman. Yeah, that's my girl too. Keep doing what you're doing. Yeah. Enjoy one another. There's something about it that they can't take away from us. This is joy. And how often do we have it, especially in this day and age today? Today. In this day and age, we better find our joy. I told somebody I'll be 70 next year. What in the world? We better find our joy, stick with it, and be around the people that bring our joy to us and keep our joy with us. And for me, it's this. I was just going all up and down there. Okay, I know him. I've seen him. Boom, 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 boom. Everybody can do the same thing. I'm not special. But one thing I have to give Queen the props for, this podcast has enhanced my, what do you want to call it, recognition, when people recognize you, because they see the vote. So many people see this. So many people will. And I'm sure it'll be more. I know you're exhausted, Mr. Charles. Thanks for coming on the podcast. Yes, I am, Barbara. Yeah, I told you, if I went to sleep on a 28-minute plane ride, something's up. And Linda, I had to get in touch with you. I'm going to text you my number on Facebook so we can get in touch. And everybody, I want everybody to enjoy. I don't know if there's any spring breaks for your grandkids, your kids and all that, but everybody stay safe. Queen always would say, I'm going to say what I say first. I always say, which I truly believe is, love the people God gave you, because one day he's going to take them back. None, Avis, what was my question? See, that's how bad I am. What was the podcast. I knew she would answer. Not a one. This one, because I'm getting off the phone. I'm getting off this thing for 5 minutes. So everybody, again, as Queen say, love is no good unless you get toasted. Everybody that beginners ball, everybody that's on the podcast, everybody I know, everybody, y'all have a good evening. We'll see y'all in Miami, baby, next week. Oh, Alexa, don't even try it. How you gonna get on here when I'm leaving? I'm sorry, Alexa, but Ava's wanted the trivia. This podcast been under an hour, none. So, but yeah, Alexa got to check out the rerun, I call it, because I'm not gonna get these people mad at me. So, all right, everybody, and Alexa, get in touch with us. You're our host next month. No, you ain't touching me. All right, everybody. Y'all have a wonderful, wonderful evening. And we'll be seeing y'all, as they call it, on the wood. Sometimes on the carpet. Because that thing was so big, the wood didn't hold everybody. It was also the carpet too. All right, everybody. Peace out. Y'all have a good evening.